Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls so you'll never miss a play. Stop in for their incredible daily specials like $3 tall boys on Mondays, 5 wings for less than $6 on Wednesdays, and $20 beer buckets on Fridays. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket sports news go now.
This is Rudy Gress IV with your Ticket Sports Update. First, around the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder took down LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers in dominating fashion, pulling away late for the win, 108-90. Stay locked in on the NBA playoffs tonight as the Philadelphia 76ers take on the New York Knicks at 6 p.m. Central, followed by Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves facing Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs at 8:30 p.m. Central. Both games live on ESPN. In Husker news, Nebraska volleyball announced they will play in the Spikes Under the Lights in Dallas on August 27th at AT&T Stadium. The showcase features Nebraska, Florida, Penn State, and SMU competing for a $1 million prize pool. Husker softball wraps up the regular season ranked number 2 in the country and now opens Big Ten tournament play tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Central in College Park, Maryland, taking on the winner of Ohio State and Michigan live on the Big Ten Network. Your Husker baseball team looks to bounce back this weekend as Iowa comes to town for a 3-game series at Hawks Field at Haymarket Park. Game 1 is Friday at 6 p.m. Central. For all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, May 6, 2026. It is Window World Wednesday with two-time national champion Todd Euler in the house. Whoop, whoop. What's going on, guys?
What's up? Good to be here.
All right, guys. I don't have a trivia today. I don't have any mind-boggling. I do have a mind-boggling stat I want to enjoy with y'all today. But as you know, gas prices are going up, guys.
Yeah, noticed. Yeah.
Put $18 in my car today. Didn't budge.
Didn't get you much.
Didn't go much.
No.
Gave me 4 gallons. Don't know how I'm gonna make it this summer. Riding around here.
We need to start a GoFundMe for Terrell's gas.
Well, he's got that scooter.
I got my scooter.
Yeah, the scooter will help.
Yeah, I got my scooter. The weather fluctuates so much that Monday was so good to ride it. Good still, no wind blowing, just nice summer day. Well, last couple of days, windy, chance of rain.
Yeah.
You don't know, your face get cold when you ride. I could have rode it today, but at the same time,
Is it an electric scooter?
yeah.
No, you're not a gas-powered scooter.
No, electric.
No.
Electric.
Yeah. There is where it's fine to go electric.
Well, if I had a gas scooter, I'd get something like you don't remember the scooters back in the days that we used to have bought. They were Sprees and Elite.
Yeah.
And Elites. Those were 45 to 55 miles per hour, like kind of gas ones. Not streetable, but we rode them in the streets anyway back in the days. But yeah, but gas prices becoming a problem for the summer.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. Did you guys ride? My neighbor had a Vespa scooter. Did you ever have one of those?
No.
Or see one of those? No. Maybe that was just the brand that they had. So I was wondering if that was.
It's like the Austin Powers type looking scooter, ain't it?
Yeah. They're old
or the
school.
one they rode on Dumb and Dumber. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
we don't ride those.
You don't ride those ones.
We don't ride those.
No.
All right, Bock. A lot of talk has been I don't have my phone right now. Oh, here you go. I brought my fishing pole too to show the people. Today.
Yeah. I can put it together pretty quickly now.
Yeah, Bock. A lot of talk been going around. New ranking for best teams ever.
Okay.
Did you see where Nebraska was at?
95?
No, the 95 team.
Should be number one, but I'm interested. Could be a lot of these lists come out from people that did not watch at the time.
Didn't even play. Didn't even play, Bock. I'm getting to it.
A lot of the younger crowd will put them in there just because they've heard of it before, but they usually put the 2000s teams ahead of them.
I haven't found it yet, but give me 1 second. Nebraska is, I do know where it is. Here you go. The 95 Huskers are number 16.
Number 16.
What?
Number 16.
16.
Number 16. Top 25 best CB college football teams of all time. Number 1, 19 LSU. Number 2, 25 Indiana.
Jeez.
Number 3, 18 Clemson.
They like the playoff era, certainly.
Number 4, 2001 Miami. Number 5, 2015 Alabama. Number 6, 2023 Michigan. We'd have kicked their butt. 22 Georgia is number 7. 71 Huskers are number 8.
Hey, there's some respect finally, but it's a little bit odd since all these other teams are playoff teams ahead of them.
Man.
13 Florida. Number 10 is 13 Florida State. 11 is 20 Alabama. 12 is 2008 Florida. 13 is 2014 Ohio State. 14 is 2016 Clemson. 21 Georgia is 15. And 12-0 Nebraska. 95 is number 16.
Can you tell us who made this list?
Top tier.
Top tier is what it's called? Yeah.
Top tier. Maybe.
That's just very strange. It's all playoff teams, college football playoff era teams, except for some Nebraska. But not ranked appropriately. Not even close.
I commented on it because
the 01 Miami.
01 Miami was in there. That's right, too.
I commented on it, Bock, because you have to explain to people. They said, here's what somebody who's on the Husker side. They said the Cornhuskers trailed for 13 minutes and 47 seconds all season. 9 of their 22 starters received some kind of All-American recognition. When you count the bowl game, they average over 400 yards per game on the ground. Now, Bock, if we take out the games that we didn't play, and we could have played the fourth quarter if we wanted to, if Coach Osborne really wanted to put it on people, we probably could have beat Florida 100. We probably could have scored 100 points on Florida, Bock. Just tell you the truth, because we called the dogs off of them, but somehow Jay Sims was still able to get in the end zone, Amon, Tommy with the run. But at the same time, Bach, if we would have played all 4 quarters of every game, Bach, we'd have had numbers so unbelievable that people wouldn't believe this team.
Yeah, wouldn't question it.
They wouldn't question it. But we were able to get our backups in, our second string in, our third strings in, fourth string in, fifth string in. Guys that probably never would have played here was able to get on the field. It's arguable for people who don't understand football. It's arguable for people who are 20-something years old. But I doubt these guys from top tier is 20-something years old, Bob.
Well, they might be. I mean, that sounds like a list certainly made by a younger generation or somebody that didn't watch back in the day. I mean, when you consider, you generally see these lists, and among people that are maybe a little bit older, and again, we don't know if that's the case or not, but you do see at least respect given to the 95 Huskers and 71 Huskers. Often the 2019 LSU team is thrown in there, the 2020 Alabama team, and the 2001 Miami team that we talked about. And then you have to kind of go through what do we mean by best? It's like the Heisman Trophy, right? Well, what are we actually awarding here? Best can be a lot of different things. I always argue 95 at least was the most dominant team. 2001 people would for Miami would say that's the most talented team. So there's different ways to look at it. But I mean, when you're telling me best, that would mean that they were unchallenged, or for the most part, like if that's the case, right? There can be some great moments through challenging times, and certainly the Washington State game might be something but still, you win by double digits, 14 points there. That's only close in context to the rest of the games. But when you have like a 2001 Miami who had a couple close games, then I that's why I can't say that might be the most talented team, but not the most dominant team. Once you get to a list like this, that's 8 of the top 10 teams over the last 8 years. I mean, I just can't believe it. And then you have, by the way, Kirby Smart saying, these recent teams wouldn't compete with kind of that 2012, kind of era Alabama team. So, everybody can kind of fill out their different ranking, but any ranking that has 95 Huskers as number 16 will be checked at the door by most college football historians across the country. This isn't a Husker latent discussion. I mean, just you Google it yourself, ask AI, their 95 Huskers will be up there.
But here's a stat that I want to also know. 95 Huskers did not allow a single sack during the whole season.
Yeah.
7 yards per rush, allowing 0 holding penalties all season. Now listen to this, Bob. As a defense, we allowed 6 rushing touchdowns all season. 78 rushing yards per game. You put us in the fourth quarter, Bob, you're probably going to get 35 rushing yards a game and probably 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and you take into consideration that, Mike Leach kind of turned the game, transformed the college game into starters play the whole time now.
Yeah.
They play the entire game. Doesn't matter the score. They play the whole game. Mike Leach kind of was the instigator of that, and now you see it everywhere. But I do think, 95, we beat the tar off of people. So it was, hard. Obviously, we're biased a little bit in the fact that we were on that team, but stats don't lie either. Like it was, it's hard to say that there was a better college football team put together than that one.
Now they are going to, in Indiana is interesting because I was, kind of trying to think through that as we saw it play out, right? And the current format is going to make it so that if you're going to go undefeated, you're going to have to run through somewhat of a gauntlet, at least on paper. Of course, that 95 Nebraska team faced 4 top 10 teams and blew them all out, right? So that was always kind of part of the argument, is that they weren't just playing nobody, or you guys, now that you're in the room, weren't just playing nobody. But Indiana, of course, is now going to get, you maybe could get more credit, and the playoff teams, I think, are going to get more credit for having to run through the teams that they have to, right? I mean, Ohio State, obviously in the Big Ten championships game, then they had Alabama, Oregon, in Miami. Now, those weren't the top seeds, by the way. If you projected it downward for Indiana, you could even say they caught a break with some of that seeding. Of course, the 10 seed, Miami, was the team that got in there. But also earlier in the season, played top 10 Illinois and Oregon. So if you look at kind of top 10 wins there for them, and that's another way of maybe doing the rankings or describing who's best. They had 6 of them. So again, I think in the playoff era, it's going to change the amount of, the competition level, only because you're going to play more games, and it's going to be, it's just college football is better if you like it this way anyway, but at least better in this argument in setting up so that you're going to run through a little bit of a gauntlet to earn a championship. So I think, and unfortunately, I think the further we get away from 1995, the further we get away from pre-BCS era, and then even the BCS era, you're eventually going to get to a point where there's going to be people that won't even accept teams that were outside of the playoff era because they don't think they've maybe have fought through it as much. But that's unfortunate. That's just kind of goes with the passing of times, and I'm sure there's probably some older heads out there right now maybe claiming for some 60s, 70s, 50s teams that should be on this list that we're not even mentioning.
All right, Bock. Ted Turner passed away, man. Shout out to rest in peace to Ted Turner, man.
Rest in peace.
Great guy, Atlanta Falcons guy. Ted Turner, the media maverick who founded CNN and once owned the Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Hawks, has passed away at the age of 87. I just want to get it up because I like Ted Turner. Good businessman. Started TNT, TBS, CNN, owned the Braves at one time, owned the Hawks at one time. So
and WCW for wrestling fans is a big part of that. Also started Captain Planet, a lot of people's favorite.
The cartoon?
The cartoon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dang, Bock, you really showed out right there.
And then I learned a little bit more as I was doing some research on him. He was married to Jane Fonda for 10 years, whose father, Henry Fonda, was born here in Nebraska. And Henry Fonda started his acting career at the Omaha Community Playhouse when his mother's friend, Dodie Brando, who was the mother of Marlon Brando, recommended that he try that out. So just kind of a reminder going through it. And the marriage didn't go well. I mean, well enough, went for 10 years. But again, a reminder, there's some talent coming out of Nebraska.
All right, Bock, let's get ready to start this show. Coming back, we want to know who's at fault. Who's at fault? How far do we go back in fault land to see who's at fault for Nebraska football? How did we get this far? How did we get here, Bock? And how do we get back? I don't know. We'll talk about that next. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the Black Shirt. Window World Wednesday.
Looking for something fun tonight? Axe throwing, local beer, and great vibes are waiting at Arbor Axe House. From casual nights out to celebrations and team events, it all starts here. Reserve a lane today at arboraxe.com. Arbor Axe House at the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly cloudy skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high around 60. Tonight, decreasing cloud cover and light winds. Be cold, the low around 39. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies to be breezy and warmer. Afternoon high near 74. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. But they explained everything before it happened. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You should treat mom to some barbecue. At Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, we think award-winning moms deserve award-winning barbecue without having to lift a finger. We invite you and your family to gather around our table on Mother's Day for Hog Wild's slow smoke favorites, or place an order to go online at gohogwild.com for a spring picnic where mom is the guest of honor. We look forward to seeing you this Mother's Day. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Barrett.
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crews working hard throughout the streets of Lincoln and Omaha area. All right, guys. Question of the day. Question of the day. Bock, how did we get here? How did Nebraska, who was one of the powers of football from 80s, 70s, 90s, 1 year to 2000s, and then we completely fall apart?
Yeah.
You fall apart with the Callahan era.
Mm-hmm.
You come back with Bo. You can't fault Bo. Bo did what he did. 9-win coach every year. Get you to the Big Ten championship. His attitude is not adequate of what you like. You're not going to get a coach Tom Osborne every time. I think that's where it started when you fired Bo. Sean Arcourse, whatever his name is. Starts with him. Goes a little bit deeper than this when you talk about the Mike Riley hire, the Scott Frost hire, and now the Matt Rule hire. Nebraska has fallen further away from being another household name in college football. Enough about the 427 game winning streak. Not winning streak, but sellout.
I wish it was a winning streak.
Sellout doesn't win games.
No,
It just show you have a great crowd. And we've all known for years that Nebraska has the best fans in college football. But when do we start getting the best coaches in college football? The best players in college football? When do we start?
Well, I want to go back to where it all began. I think obviously with Coach Osborne stepping down after the 97 season, from my perspective, I guess, of what I took in is, he, with Frank Solich replacing him, Frank won 9 games a year as well, right? I think the biggest turn was when Bill Byrne went to Texas A&M. Okay, so I think that's truly the start of the downfall of the program. Bill Byrne was a guy that built, kept Tom Osborne happy on $90,000 a year. I mean, that kind of thing, and gave Tom all the support he could possibly give Coach, to win those national championships. And he decided to leave for greener pastures. And I think that was the start. And then obviously I think it was a quick hire to bring in, I can see his face, Steve Peterson.
Yeah.
Steve Peterson was sitting in the back waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah.
He was sneaky ready.
He was sneaky.
Yeah, sneaky.
And so with the loss of Bill Byrne and the hire of Steve Peterson, that's when this all began, right? In my opinion. Steve Peterson, I think personally had it out for Coach Solich. Was going to get rid of him. He could have won a national championship. I think Steve Peterson probably would have got rid of him or found a way to get rid of him. I just think there was bad blood there. So it goes to a lot that your AD is on board with building the program, right? And then obviously Callahan was a unbelievably horrible hire. He really got away from all the tradition. It just has been a colossal mistake after mistake after mistake. Okay. I think we can all, but I think it goes that far back, right? Losing Bill Byrne. He went on to Texas A&M, grew those programs very, very well there. Obviously had a lot of monetary support down in Aggieville, but
Ted Carter, was he here and what year was he?
That was until later. I can find it.
Later. Okay.
So I think, what you're getting at is where did it start? How do we fix it?
No. Here's what I want to know. Who's at
fault?
Who's at fault? Last three coaches. Mike Riley, he did good with the 93 year. Still was kind of a Frank team.
Yeah.
I mean, not Frank, but a Bo team. We hire Scott Frost, try to bring the Golden Kid home, try to make him everything that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to make him the next Tom Osborne. He wasn't. Try to bring him to lead this college back to the glory days. He couldn't do it. Wasn't focused enough. Wasn't able to do his job because of off the field issues and other stuff that came with it. But at the same time, now we move to Matt Rule. We signed Matt Rule to another 8-year contract. Gave him another 2 years or a year about, what was it?
Yeah, an extension one way or the other.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at Matt Rule's coaching record, 19-19 at Nebraska. Same record as who?
Mike Riley.
Scott Frost was a little bit better. My thing is, how do we turn this thing around, Bock? I mean, when we talk about, because we all love Husker football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the farther we try to run away from it and not talk about it, it's going to get worse and worse if we don't try to control this by this year. If Nebraska doesn't win or even try to be, even try with the schedule they got, I know the schedule's hard, but you got to still go out there and perform.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go out there and lose to 40 points to the Big Four each.
I think this is the make it or break it year for Rule personally.
Hot seat. Is it hot seat?
Oh, absolutely. With the, Big Red rebuild, all that stuff, like he's got to show that we can win, I would say 8 games this year, 7 at minimum, right? Otherwise he's definitely probably in the hot seat. The schedule's not going to get any easier anytime soon. So
do you wait?
It is what it is.
Do you wait to that class of 27?
Yeah.
With a 5-7 record, or do you pull the trigger and let somebody else come in?
I don't. If we don't go to a bowl game, I think the trigger gets pulled. If we don't win 6 games this year and we don't go to a bowl game, I think it's, in my opinion, that I know he's got 4 years left after this year, right?
With a hefty buyout.
Yeah, it's a healthy buyout.
Bock, do you know the numbers of the buyout?
I could pull it up. It is very healthy on Matt Rule's behalf.
Once again, he's got to show that the progress, right? And so progress would be this would be the hardest schedule he's had.
Progress is not winning 7 games. Progress is beating one of the big 3.
Yeah.
One of the big 3 you got to beat.
We got
progress.
3
progress, you got to beat Michigan. You got to beat Ohio State. You got to beat Iowa.
Yeah.
You got to beat Oregon. You got to beat Indiana. That's the prize right there.
He'll have 4 opportunities this year to.
You got to beat one of those guys.
Yeah,
you got to beat one of them.
So his contract is run through 2032 now, and his buyout's pretty expensive. A $54 million buyout at the end of 2027. Of course, you'd have to wait. That's not this year. This is the next year. I think he's at 63 at the end of this season. Then it falls to 54 in 27, 44 by 2028. These are more expensive buyouts than Jimbo Fisher or Brian Kelly.
Who does the buyout? Bock, who does these buyouts like this?
AD's the one.
The coaching community has certainly found a way for that large a number to exist. Is crazy. But yeah, I mean, ADs, you blame athletic departments over the years, and the money that comes into college football for the longest time was not going back toward the athletes. So the thing that make them better was facilities and coaches.
Facilities, I don't care about facilities, Bock. Bock, all right, I want to go to Dog Man right quick. Dog Man says, so is Nebraska a place where a coach's career go to die?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't bring the right coaching staff with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, Mike Riley would have some UFL job after that. Callahan's been assistant since then. Pelini had a head job at Youngstown State, and Solich had a job, of course, at Ohio, where he went on to become a Hall of Famer. But the point, I wouldn't say so. The coaches' careers didn't die, but did anybody get a better job than Nebraska after Nebraska? No. But that's been part of because they failed at Nebraska or did not live up to expectations at Nebraska. But that would be one way to make it better, is maybe find somebody on the come up in the coaching ranks than retirement job or on the way down.
Byron the Hawk Farmer says he has at least 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
Yeah.
He can if it doesn't go awful this year. I mean,
he's just got to win 6 games this year. I think we won't get rid of him.
Yeah.
Just got to win 6.
I would think so too. Make a bowl game.
And we can definitely win. There's 6 wins there, but there's also the potential for
we just
7 losses.
We're going to turn into the 6-win school, huh?
Yeah.
That's where they're at right now.
That's what we're looking at right now. Is that what we became?
I mean, I want us to win all 12, but I'm trying to be a little realistic.
But when it's just interesting just even to study it from the outside, it's like when you ask who's at fault for Nebraska's struggles in football and where it's dropped to. Remember when Steve Peterson made the change from Solich to Callahan after a long search where he didn't hire a firm, and things could have gone better that way. But it was because they didn't want to lose the Big 12 to Texas and Oklahoma, right? Mm-hmm. And then struggled even through the Callahan years, but Pelini's got you back to a top 25 program. So when you left Solich, obviously Osborne, your top 5, top 15 program. Pelini gets you back to top 25, but you were getting blown out. And then what was the thing? Well, we had to evaluate where Iowa was. So now you're at least you're not, in the middle of the conference. Now, since that statement, I was evaluating where Iowa was has been interesting. You lost 10 out of 11, obviously, to them now. So it's just been kind of the steady drop off to now to what you're saying. And it's true. Nebraska went several years without a winning season. And now I think it's correct. I mean, I think if they make a bowl game, then Matt Rule is safe. That wouldn't have always been the case at Nebraska, but that's where they are now, is now hopefully building back up to try to get into be a top 25 program.
Let's go a little higher than athletic director. Let's take, for example, Bob, Alabama fell off from 93 to 2000 what, Bob? 2000?
Yeah, mid-2000s, yeah.
They was terrible. But we're no better. They was able to get out the mud, get him a great coach, let him control it how he wants to, let him do the things he wants to. Bob, how can we get Nebraska back on track?
Well, certainly to your point. I mean, if you can find, that's the problem is you wish, the Nick Sabans and the Urban Meyers and the Tom Osbornes grew on trees. They don't. So, I mean, that's been the biggest thing. I mean, we can talk about who's at fault for the hirings. I've often said maybe the firings aren't as big a deal as who you hired. You could certainly argue looking back that it was a mistake to fire Bo and to fire Frank. But the biggest thing is who you hired after those guys, because Callahan and Riley were not the right choices, very, very obviously. And both them pretty much big cultural changes, right? And moving away from the identity of the program. But that's what you hoped in Matt Rule, and that hire hasn't been the case so far. Maybe it will play out to be, but that he would be, again, a coach that's moving up in his career trajectory, and maybe the coach that can ultimately stabilize the program and propel it beyond there. But even then, I mean, when you look at his resume, there's hope that he could propel it beyond that. But he's been kind of a program builder up until a point. Hasn't stayed anywhere long enough. Now, at least he's staying at Nebraska, but that might have been part of the problem with last year was the Penn State rumors, the extension, and now the situation that you're in. But yeah, I mean, the best way for any program to get better relatively quickly is to hire a great coach. And everybody thinks or wants or tries to do that, but you never know which one is going to hit. Curt Cignetti, if anybody around the country knew that Curt Cignetti was going to be anything close to what he has been and has turned around Indiana, everybody would have hired him.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been at Indiana.
Right.
Everybody knew that. Right.
That's good. You're right, Bob. You're right about that.
Yeah. So I mean, I've long said it too, and you see in like the NBA, some leagues are players leagues. You can only do so much with what you have as a player, but especially in college sports where the rosters are all turning over. I mean, you need somebody at the lead at the head coaching spot. Very few programs have been able to do that with rotating coaches. I mean, think about Miami in the 80s. I mean, they were able to do that a little bit. LSU has been able to do that over the last couple decades, but now here they are hiring another coach. So I mean, that's interesting. And the other thing is just the level of what Nebraska fans' expectations have become. And maybe that could be a reason why we are where we are, is because you fired 2 9-win coaches. But where did the belief that you were a 9-win program come from? What was the greatness that preceded it?
Is Matt Rule better than any coach in the top 25 of coaches, Bob?
I don't think right now he's probably a top 25 coach.
What would you rank Nebraska overall? Because we're going to talk about this later when we talk about the new changes that's probably going to change football when they go to 24 teams.
Playoff, yeah.
We're going to have to be probably the 24th best team in the nation to make it. Playoffs. We have to climb that ladder. Right now, I think we're probably a little bit inside top 50 when we talk about Nebraska football.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams to climb over.
Yeah.
To be done.
93.7 The Ticket. Bock the Blackshirt. 2-time national champion, Todd Euler. We're going to let Euler do the Euler report when we come back.
All right.
Stay with one coach for more than 6 years.
Yeah. With the right
we don't
coach
have time anymore.
Yeah.
College football ain't 6 years anymore. 3 to 4 years, then you're out of here. If you can't get it right, next man up. You got all that money. We'll be right back.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
A single mom of 3 was facing eviction, struggling with a recent separation, health issues, and no job or childcare. She feared losing everything, especially her children. But then she found support in her community made possible by Nebraska Children and Families Foundation. She was connected to support. By the end, her bills were paid, she loved her new job, and hope replaced fear. This is what the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation does. They lift up young people and families so they can find stability, build brighter futures, and power a stronger workforce. Ready to help make more stories like this come true? Support the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation on Gift to Lincoln Day.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time. So I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You should treat mom to some barbecue. At Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, we think award-winning moms deserve award-winning barbecue without having to lift a finger. We invite you and your family to gather around our table on Mother's Day for Hog Wild's slow smoke favorites, or place an order to go online at gohogwild.com for a spring picnic where mom is the guest of honor. We look forward to seeing you this Mother's Day. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long, so you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Is your air conditioner ready for the hot weather ahead? Get it checked now before you really need it. Call Bryant now to schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. Stay cool and comfortable with air conditioning services from Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111 to schedule your AC check. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
We're back here on Bock the Blackshirt on 93.7 The Ticket. And we've got one final segment with Todd Euler here on a Window World Wednesday. That means it's time for the Euler Report. Todd, what do you got for us today?
All right, well, it was a fun week. my son turned 21 last week, so
we
he turned on Monday, so he had school and training and all that stuff. So my daughter and my son-in-law came over from Omaha, and we took him out Friday night. It's a good time. I haven't been out that late in a long time. It took me a full day to recover.
Without drinking, right?
And I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I was the DD, although we walked everywhere. So that was good. But no, it was fun. We went to the cigar bar first. Then we went to the arcade bar. Then we went over to Witch's Brew, and I sang some pretty darn good karaoke, if I do say so myself. I'll be performing there now. No.
Well, I was say it's going to be a weekly thing. Huh?
Yeah, no. Never been to the Witch's Brew before, but it was interesting place.
I haven't been there either. Is there witches on the wall and stuff?
Yeah, it's
I gotta check that out.
It's an interesting place. It's just over the bridge. And so we were walking, and we're like, well, we'll just walk over there. Well, it was a 30-minute walk, so we took the scooters.
Oh, yeah.
And once again, I'm pretty much the only sober dude. So we probably shouldn't have been driving the scooters. But we got halfway over the bridge, and they stopped.
The scooters did?
Yeah, because we were out of zone.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. Okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we couldn't ride them all the way there, but we got it helped out a little bit. No, good time. Met a couple other football players were out helping him celebrate. He stayed pretty good. Then we came back over to Sandy's, had to have the Elk Creek water, and
of course,
we finished up at Iguanas with the I don't know, the frog shots or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. We had supper at 6:30, and I was ready for bed at 9:30, and I got back to my apartment at 2:30.
Oh wow, yeah, you did stay out.
It was brutal for this old man. So I remember a time when, 2:00 we were just getting rolling, right?
That's right.
Back in the rock star days of the 90s that we talk about all the time, right?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was good. And then busy week with Window World. I usually come in town on Tuesdays here till Thursday or Friday. But I stayed back home in Norfolk. Tim Tebow spoke last night at the men's prayer group function.
Wow.
Over 1,000 people in attendance. It was really, really neat to see, our little community up there support that event. Tim was awesome. Told some really good stories. Talked about how he cried a whole bunch in 95 as we put a whooping on.
Oh, did he?
On the
Okay.
Gators.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah,
so,
I didn't know that.
He had a lot of mixed in sports stuff with faith stuff, and it was really good. Really good. I'd totally suggest going to hear him speak anywhere. Did a great job. Really related to the crowd as far as the Huskers and stuff, and knowing where he's at, right? So, but did a great job. So that was a lot of fun. I don't know what else. There's just, baseball team let us down last weekend. We're sitting here thinking maybe we'll host a regional. Not if you're going to drop 3.
Yeah.
To Ohio State, you're probably not going to host a regional. So softball team obviously got it done. Big Ten regular season champs. Now they started the tournament today. At least the tournament started today. So good luck to the girls out there. In Maryland.
Yeah.
Maryland.
DP's heading out there. Not too many seats. You better get there early.
Hopefully he gets a seat.
Yeah.
He knows enough people.
He does, yeah.
Right.
That's the stomping grounds.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see that. No, just grinding it out, man, and enjoying it. I was over in Beaver Crossing this morning talking to a guy about windows. Big Husker fan. So it's always fun to be in, people's houses and talking about Husker football and the glory days, which, we're talking about here. Like, can we get back to that? It's going to be, I think it's going to be an interesting ride. Obviously, the fans are supporting it with this big, or at least we're upgrading the fan experience with the Big Red rebuild. And I'm all for that. I think obviously it's going to be bring Memorial Stadium into the 21st century, and it'll be pretty cool to say that we witnessed that, because it's all like you can even say that you've witnessed, right? At least you saw the Big Red rebuild.
Yeah.
You didn't see the 95 national champion, or were just born?
I was 5. I was
Yeah, you
on
don't
the
really
opposite
remember
end
it,
of
yeah.
Tebow crying there. I was happy.
Yeah. So, like you said, so many people now just like don't even realize what was really accomplished in the 90s by Nebraska. And, I would say the only other team that's really done something similar would be Alabama with Nick Saban. So you got Tom Osborne, Nick Saban, who's the guy at Alabama before?
Bear Bryant.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
not like when you look at what it takes, Oregon's spending a ton of money. They haven't ever won a national championship. Texas Tech's spending a lot of money. They haven't ever won a national championship, right? So, I think as Husker fans, we've got to probably look at, beat Iowa every year,
Yeah.
which hasn't happened, right? That should be at least the minimum standard. Beat Iowa, and then you do got to knock off some of these bigger teams when they come to town. We've got Indiana, Ohio State, and Washington at home this year. So can we beat one of those teams? If not, maybe we should beat Washington. But so beat Washington and beat beat Indiana or Ohio State at home. We've got, and that's just how we've got to rebuild this program, in my opinion, kind of 1 year at a time. And I do think, from what I witnessed in spring ball, I think our offense is going to be somewhat of an electric offense versus what we've seen the last 2 years with Raiola, just because our quarterback can absolutely evade the rush. We're not going to sit back there and get sacked 9 times in a game, I don't think. I'm hoping. I hope that never happens again. But so I think we'll score points. I think we'll have a hard time maybe on the defensive side of things against some of these better teams. So it's going to be an interesting year. I think Terrell said it best, 3 or 4 years. Like, you got to get it done. Like, we're in, what are we in year 4 now?
Year 4, yeah, coming up.
So, kind of get it done, or we need to move on. And obviously that buyout's crazy. Should have went into coaching. But I'm in the window business too, so we'll just stick with the windows.
Yeah, there you go.
We're trying to work with the university about doing some kind of sponsorship during the game. So
nice. Look up.
Wait on that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll get it done in 2026, but maybe for sure in 2027.
So maybe they need some for the Big Red $600 million project. Maybe they need some new windows there too.
Yeah, maybe. And then so yeah, we're trying to work on a deal. We're kind of like the First National Bank kicks the field goal.
Okay, yeah.
We're thinking of we got an idea. I'm keeping it at bay right now.
Nice. Yeah, looking out for that though.
And once again, we're always looking at how we can help the university, as well as, with all the stuff that Window World does corporately. I don't know if a lot of people understand how much Window World corporate gives to St. Jude's and to veterans, several different veterans things that they donate quite a bit of money to every year. So we're not just about, hey, how much money can we make? It's how much impact can we really have in these communities and throughout the nation. So, but yeah, it's been a good week. We'll see what happens this week. Show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. the Power Hour.
Yeah.
I haven't had any guests. I'm kind of lining them up for hopefully have Max Schreiber on, ex-pitcher.
Sure.
Here soon. I'm just trying to figure out. He just had a baby, so I'm trying to figure out a weekend that'll fit in with maybe the regional. I was hoping if we host a regional, it'd be really fun to have him there Saturday morning of the day that we host a regional. I don't know. It's not looking good there. But
still possible. Maybe they can still get it
possible.
done.
They got to win out, I think,
Yeah.
in order for that to happen. So I don't think we can drop another game. Did Creighton beat Kansas State last night?
I didn't see it. I'll have to look.
I know that it was a good game. I didn't see the end. So, but But yeah, so we got Creighton left, we got Iowa left, and Minnesota. So
yeah,
and we got to win out if we want to host a regional. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to postseason softball, postseason baseball, and then obviously the College World Series. That's going to be a lot of fun. Always say this whether we're there or not.
Yeah. Especially we're there though.
Got invited. I got tickets now to one of our customers has a thing that they do every year.
Oh, okay.
So I got invited down there into that.
Nice.
So it's pretty sweet. So yeah. But
Yeah.
that's what's going on.
Well, there you have it. The Euler Report. Thanks again, Todd, for joining us this week. Hopefully
bet.
we'll see you next week.
Go Big Red.
There we go. All right. We'll be back with more Bock the Blackshirt coming next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You should treat mom to some barbecue. At Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, we think award-winning moms deserve award-winning barbecue without having to lift a finger. We invite you and your family to gather around our table on Mother's Day for Hog Wild's slow smoke favorites, or place an order to go online at gohogwild.com for a spring picnic where mom is the guest of honor. We look forward to seeing you this Mother's Day. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long, so you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Is your air conditioner ready for the hot weather ahead? Get it checked now before you really need it. Call Bryant now to schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. Stay cool and comfortable with air conditioning services from Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111 to schedule your AC check. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly? Or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, caption telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. 93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
This is Rudy Gress IV with your Ticket Sports Update. First, around the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder took down LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers in dominating fashion, pulling away late for the win, 108-90. Stay locked in on the NBA playoffs tonight as the Philadelphia 76ers take on the New York Knicks at 6 p.m. Central, followed by Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves facing Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs at 8:30 p.m. Central. Both games live on ESPN. In Husker news, Nebraska volleyball announced they will play in the Spikes Under the Lights in Dallas on August 27th at AT&T Stadium. The showcase features Nebraska, Florida, Penn State, and SMU competing for a $1 million prize pool. Husker softball wraps up the regular season ranked number 2 in the country and now opens Big Ten tournament play tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Central in College Park, Maryland, taking on the winner of Ohio State and Michigan live on the Big Ten Network. Your Husker baseball team looks to bounce back this weekend as Iowa comes to town for a 3-game series at Hawks Field at Haymarket Park. Game 1 is Friday at 6 p.m. Central. For all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Jake Bockerman, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the American Football Coaches Association Board had a vote last week. They are in support of a 2014 playoff, the elimination of league title games, and ending the CFP by the second week of January. I like that.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like somebody's trying to get a hold of this sport a little bit and put some good ideas into what they're doing. For right now, by the way, the 2027 and 2028 title games will be on January 25th and January 24th. So you're looking at the back end of January. So yeah, that was one of their big points this week was to try to move that title game up. And it should be noted, your former position coach, Craig Bohl, is the executive director of the American Football Coaching Association. So,
I'll give Coach Bohl
kinda
a
interesting.
pass.
Yeah, what's that?
I give Craig Bohl a pass. Craig Bohl was an okay coach. He was new. I was new. I didn't really sign for Craig Bohl. I signed for what was his name? He was the defensive coordinator at Alabama.
Oh yeah. That left for there.
Trying to think of his name. What? No, don't worry. But
Yeah.
Kevin Steele.
Kevin Steele.
I signed, and Kevin Steele was still the coach here. So Craig Bohl's a great coach. Took it to a different level when he went to San Diego State. Not San Diego State. Well, South Dakota State. Was that where he at? North Dakota.
Craig Bohl?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up at North Dakota State.
So North Dakota State, he turned that into what it is today.
Yeah.
So, but then he went to Wyoming. Craig Bohl's a great coach, man. I was new, he was new. I don't know if we just see
Never
eye to eye
clicked
together.
quite. Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it still worked out for both of you.
It's like the mean uncle you had,
Okay.
because Coach Osborne was the daddy, but Coach Bohl was like the mean uncle that you had. And Coach Samuel was the cool uncle and all that. But Bock, when we talk about a 2014 playoff, you don't like that part though, Bock. I remember you telling me that 24 is too many.
Well, I do. I think it is too many. I think you kind of get lost as to why wouldn't it be 36 or 48 at that point? I mean, and then you kind of get. Then I know that's when you would come in. Well, then what about the regular season? Well, to me, that's where we are with 24. 24 is just a lot. Now, I have to always say that I prefer a 14 playoff, or for the regular season to really matter or be bigger. And that's how I kind of loved college football up until they expanded to 12 here. Recently, and of course, there's ideas of maybe 16. I don't think a whole lot of people support the 24. I saw a poll about Big Ten fans. About 9% of them wanted a 24 team playoff, but the Big Ten is fighting for it. There are several different ways to crown a champion. Each way will give you a different result, so that can kind of be frustrating. We like to kind of live in this world where we believe the cream will rise to the top one way or the other. Of course, matchups, teams you face, timing. I mean, you can play the same playoff a week later and get different results. So it's just kind of where you want to arrive there. I think it could be entertaining, but it's a far cry from what made me fall in love with college football, which was the stakes of every regular season game. The September games that you played had incredibly high stakes if you were going to try to win a national championship that year, and therefore the non-con matchups were bigger and all that sort of stuff. Now again, once you get to a 2014 playoff or expanded as of now, you can make the argument there are more games of interest, at least in the national championship discussion. But again, that's another thing I liked about college football before all this was it seemed like you could have a successful season, or there were a lot of different stories that could happen outside of just that championship, and that would be kind of the sole focus of become the full sole focus of the sport, and has for most of the sports. But so yeah, I think the larger playoff takes a little bit away from the uniqueness of college football, but we've already kind of lost that. I don't know how much more 24 is damaging to that than 12, and then you kind of go beyond that. Obviously, the more you go, teams with lesser regular seasons get in. But again, what are you looking for? If you already have expanded to a larger playoff for entertainment's sake, then the more teams, the more entertainment.
All right, Bob, when we talk about distributing the playoff seats, or not seats, but each league gets so many.
Auto bids, yeah.
Auto bids. How many auto bids are we looking at with a 24 team playoff with each conference?
Boy, I think you'd probably look toward somewhere around 6 auto bids, maybe, if you get that far for the SEC and the Big Ten, and then kind of fight down from there. Big 12, ACC, maybe 4. I have to look up. I don't know if they would even do auto bids at that point. Does that kind of take away, because at that point you're not good enough to be one of the top 25 programs in the country, You're not even ranked. and you have an argument to make the playoff. Again, that's a completely different argument or completely different realm of college football than we've seen before. And so it would take some getting used to. A team outside the top 25 arguing to get in for a chance to play a championship. Seems kind of silly to me, but that could be where we're headed with a 2014 playoff. But again, I don't know if you go that large, do you need auto bids? I mean, at that point, just your what you've done on the field should be enough.
So when they say when you say the auto bid, so now you take away the conference championships out of every conference.
Well, that's what they're talking about too. The AFCA is eliminating conference championship games, which would help out with the schedule. Also talking about moving up from week 1 to week 0. Week 0, what is currently there, make that week 1, and so have an earlier kind of start to the college football season. I think another one was only 1 bye week instead of 2. So again, it's all about kind of jamming in as many football games as we can here into this window.
That's how it's supposed to be. Play straight week, 1 week off. Yeah. I mean, that's how football's supposed to be. I think we did that probably when we played. We only had 1 week off. So, but it wasn't like football is today. Bock, do you like the proposal? Tell me you're good and you're bad at this proposal.
Well, again, they've got some different things. So I'd have to go kind of through that. Ending conference championship games, I think is almost seems like a necessity here. Craig Bolt was quoted as saying, "We just think that conference championship games have kind of run their course. So why are we playing them?" And that has become, I think that's a good question. Ideally, maybe you can get an Indiana, Ohio State type of situation like we had last year. Still doesn't bar either team from playing for the national title, but it, of course, gives you the regular season championship or a singular championship for that conference. But again, I think as you move toward a bigger playoff, there's less of a reason to celebrate, or you certainly still would like to celebrate a championship, a conference championship. Don't get me wrong, but it's like the Big Ten back in the days. You could have 3 teams tie at the top of the standing, and just everybody that's tied at the top become a Big Ten champion. So I don't love it. Again, it wouldn't be ideal the way that I would do it. But if you're expanding the playoff and you're trying to get more teams in, and you're already trying to jam pack, then yes. I mean, it almost just feels awkward right now to have those conference championship games because teams don't know whether to kind of give it their all. Yes, it would help you with seeding and that sort of stuff. How much has that helped over the years? Still, short sample size, but hasn't been much. So I think with an expanded playoff, elimination of conference championship games makes sense. To your point, I think the bye week from 2 to 1, I think is fine. I don't necessarily need to. I'm not either way on that. Could get it done, especially if you need to jam pack all these games in. They want to preserve an exclusive window for the Army-Navy game in December, but allow postseason games to be played on the same day. I'm very confused about why that continues to be a topic. Army and Navy could theoretically be in the playoffs at that time. Last year, I think they even played after the Atlantic, which they are in the American Conference. I think they played the week after the American Conference Championship game. So I don't know. We're just that down on the programs that they're not going to achieve anything higher than this game. That would be one thing. I still think, and Adam said this before, maybe you open up the season, Adam Carricker, that is, with Army, Navy, or find a different exclusive window. It doesn't make sense where it currently is. So that one I would have a few adjustments. But yeah, I mean, I think on the rest of their kind of viewpoints, I think they're heading in the right direction. And again, I think somebody needs to be. This is not the AFCA, American Football Coaches Association, do not write the rules in the NCAA. They do not have that sort of power, but they can kind of show off what the coaches think is best for the sport. And I think that should be taken into heavy consideration. Bull also said the transfer portal, which is now from January 2nd to January 16th, is the primary motivator to end the season earlier so players can get to their new teams. And then the other factor is the lag time between postseason games, which I think they need to clean up too. And if you're going to have a longer playoff schedule, you certainly will. But Oregon's coach Dan Lanning others have talked about kind of getting rid of that long time period between playing games. For example, Indiana last year went 27 days between the Big Ten championship game and the CFP quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl. Of course, got to sit out the first round of the playoffs. Then they had to wait 10 more days to play Oregon in the semifinals. That's a lot of time sitting around when you should be playing for championships, right? When you should be fully in the playing type of rhythm. And so that would be one thing I think they definitely need to address as well.
All right, Bock, the Big Ten Conference distributed a record $1.37 billion to all its 18 members for the 24-25 fiscal year, an increase of nearly $500 million, Bock. That's a lot of money.
That is not a small amount, no.
Yeah,
not.
League Commissioner Tony Petitti earned more than 4.5, according to the latest tax filings. Jim Denali received $5.82 million in bonuses and deferred compensation, as well as $600,000 in consultant fees. Whoa.
Yeah, and then there's some teams too. You know, Nebraska went through this when they joined the Big Ten. Now a couple of the latter teams to join the Big Ten from the Pac-12 only receive a partial entry or partial share, I should say. So while every school that's been longstanding in the Big Ten kind of had a base of $76.1 million, Oregon and Washington only received for Oregon is 48.4 and Washington 46.7. And the difference right there might be because of the Oregon's participation in the college football playoffs, because those teams also earn more. Ohio State at the top of that with 91.57 million and Penn State 88.92. But again, I think for Nebraska's sake, you're looking at around 76.1 million.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
good job, Big Ten. Let's make some more money.
Well, and maybe, you know, don't put all that money into the buyouts, because that's enough to cover a buyout. But that's not where you want to be spending the money.
Oh, yeah, that is buyout money.
That is buyout money if you need it.
All right, Bock, let's go to break. When we come back, we'll go to our NBA segment for a minute, and we'll jump right back on a little college football. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock The Blackshirt, Window World Wednesday. Whoop, whoop.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long, so you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank or neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings & Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings & Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Right now in Lincoln, neighbors are facing hunger and homelessness, and they need our help. Your donation to Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach for Give to Lincoln Day helps provide nutritious meals, safe shelter, and life-changing support. Your gift goes even further thanks to matching funds from the Lincoln Community Foundation. Working together, we can make our community stronger by ensuring that everyone has access to nutritious food and a safe place to sleep at night. Give to Matt Talbot today or anytime through May 28th at givetolincoln.com.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Green's Furnace and Plumbing has been servicing the southeast Nebraska area since 1921, specializing in HVAC systems, bathroom remodels, duct cleaning, backflow testing, and so much more. With a network of trained technicians ready to assist you, Green's Furnace and Plumbing is your source for dedicated commercial HVAC service for your business, building, or even your home, so it can run without all those unwanted interruptions. Learn more by visiting their website at callgreens.com or give them a call at 402-467-4444 today.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. Bock The Blackshirt here from 1 to 3 every day, Monday through Friday. All right, Bock.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Bigger than five. 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 It don't matter. Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort. Bigger than five. OKC, KFC, UFC. Bigger than five. It doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Bigger than five. Serge Ibaka, Chewbacca, Waka Flocka. Bigger than five. Tyler Hero, Superhero,
Guitar Hero. Bigger than fire. You can have hard, you can have a hard, you can get a garden. Bigger than fire. White side, back side, sunny side. Bigger than fire. Phoenix sun, Capri sun, the sun's about to set. Bigger than fire.
All right, Jake Bockerman. Last night, the Thunder 108, the Lakers 90. No, we won't get it done in 5, Bach, but we might get it done in 6, Bach. For OKC, SGA held to its lowest points in 2 years, Bach. 18 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Cleet Holmgren, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist. And A.J. Mitchell, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. For the Lakers, LeBron James, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. DeAndre Ayton, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists. And Austin Reeves, who ever since he came back, Bob, he hasn't found that stroke. 8 points, 3 of 16 shooting, 0 for 5 for 3-point land, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Bach, OKC up 1-0.
Yeah. It's this is going to be a tough series for the Lakers if they don't get Luka Doncic back, and like you said, or for Austin Reeves can't kind of return to form there. Oklahoma City won all 4 of these matchups in the regular season by 29.3 points. This victory, of course, only by 18. So maybe a little bit better there. Lakers got off to a good start, but it's just going to be tough. Oklahoma City did start to kind of separate as the game went on. 8-point halftime lead, and then just outscored Los Angeles in every quarter. And like you said, this was without probably the best performance that we've seen from the defending MVP SGA, Gilgeous-Alexander. In fact, he had more turnovers than assists in this game with 7 turnovers. A bit of a problematic there too for him. So we'll see. Also, didn't make his way to the free throw line. He's a bit of a free throw line merchant, but only 2 of 3 from the line. So unfortunately, even though they won by 18, if I'm a Lakers fan, you think there's room for Oklahoma City to definitely improve on the performance from game 1. So we'll see. I mean, Luka Doncic, I think, absolutely, like I said, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's obvious at this point for the Lakers. You're going to need to help LeBron James out a little bit. It's amazing to see what he does and even did last night at 41 years old with 27 points in the playoffs there. But he just needs some help. And we've seen throughout these playoffs, sometimes that can be a different name. Luke Kennard's done it before, Marcus Smart in separate games, but you need it consistently. And Reeves isn't giving that to you right now. And certainly, Luka Doncic would change the series. Yeah, Bronny's not hardly a factor.
Bach, Ric Flair sent out a tweet last night.
Okay.
He said, Luka, please get in the game. Take a shot of cortisone and deal with the pain. They are paying you $50 million a year, and you're not there. Hope Jenny Buss trades you next year. Nobody wants a lame duck on their team.
Wow.
That's from Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, the Nature Boy never scared to let his feelings be known. Recently did so with a current modern day wrestler, and had to go back on those words. So I don't know. It's that's definitely interesting. There's injuries going all throughout the playoffs that are affecting different teams. In fact, we'll see Joel Embiid won't suit up tonight, so that'll hurt the 76ers. We don't know on Luka Doncic. He's still trying to return from that grade 2 hamstring strain. Has been out since early April. I mean, yeah, you want to get him in, but you don't want to have any, you don't want to further hurt him. And especially as much as the Lakers and Lakers fans want to believe right now that they're fighting for a championship, it might be one of those deals where you kind of see, kind of break if what do they say? Use only in emergency situations and all that sort of stuff. That might be the case for Luka. Yeah, could go out there and be a decoy, but I don't know how much that's going to help you again against the defending champs here.
All right, Bach. Next game, the Pistons 111, the Cavaliers 101. Piston leads this game one game to 0. Cade Cunningham, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Tobias Harris, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. And Jalen Duran, 11 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. For Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. James Harden, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. And Evan Mobley, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Pistons 1-0.
Yeah. Good for the Pistons, at least getting it going here. And as for the Pistons too, this is their first win against the Cavs in dating back to the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals in the playoffs. So this ended the record-tying 12-game postseason losing streak to a single opponent. Detroit's had to go through that a little bit this postseason. So yeah, we'll see. 20 turnovers altogether for the Cavs. That's not gonna get it done. And they had to fight back. I mean, part of that, as we always say too, is they got themselves in a early hole, had to fight back, maybe expended a lot of energy getting back in the game rather than being there to score toward the end. So we'll have to wait and see. Another interesting note here: Mitchell, as good as he's been for the Cavs, ends his own streak of 30+ points in the playoffs. And what would you say he finished with? 23?
Yeah,
which is still solid. You can't. That's a good performance, but. He had an NBA record streak of scoring 30+ points in 9 straight series openers is what it was. And so that kind of comes to an end. Jared Allen, who played really well for Cleveland in their closeout game with 2 points and 3 rebounds after that 22.19 rebound performance against Toronto. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways that Cleveland can kind of digest this and feel like they can get back into it. And certainly can, but you got to be impressed with the Pistons. Again, remember, they were up against it 3-1 against the Magic, and now have a 1-0 lead here with a chance to get to the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. So, that it's a number 1 seed. They played really good defense, swarming everybody. And then, of course, it's always going to be Cade Cunningham leading the way. And if he can get enough help like he did here tonight with all 5 starters, or last night, with all 5 starters in double figures, and then Jenkins with a big time throwdown and steal and 12 points off the bench, it's going to be hard to see Detroit losing this series. But I'm still going to be interested and see where this goes. Of course, James Harden doesn't have the best playoff success in his career now over there with Cleveland. They made a big move to bring him in. And it was for this time of the year to try to get it done. Obviously 1-0 on an away court. Not the biggest deal, but it does put a lot of pressure for these teams that have lost game 1 on game 2, which we'll see again here tonight.
All right, Bob, your team plays tonight. Let me get to it.
My team's watching my team's the Celtics. They're
they're at home. My bad, Buck. I forgot all
they
about
don't
that.
Get to play,
My bad, Buck.
No, that's okay.
Oh, my bad, Buck. Tonight's game, Philadelphia and New York. New York is up 1-0. That game comes on at 6 p.m. on ESPN. Game 2. Ant-Man up 1-0 on San Antonio, who's playing at home. Could they be down 2-0? That game comes on 8:30 tonight, Bach, on ESPN.
Yeah, and they will be interesting. Once again, Joel Embiid out for that 76ers-Knicks series. And I can tell you, as a Celtics fan, that makes quite a difference because he was just impossible for the Celtics to match up with. Now, the Knicks obviously did better against him in their first time out, but you can tell he's pretty hobbled, and he didn't have the best effect, I suppose, in that game 1 with a plus-minus of -24. But that was alongside the rest of the starters were pretty much in that same kind of conversation. But only 14 points on 11 shots for game 1, so maybe they can kind of overcome it. You're gonna have to ask an Andre Drummond to play some elevated minutes, or look there on your bench a little bit. But it will be a big one. Remember, they lost by 39 points there on Monday. The 76ers did. Now without their MVP star, obviously is going to need. They still got some players there. I mean, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, VJ Edgecombe. They're going to have to rise the occasion and make a game out of this. Or again, you get into that troublesome 2-0 hole going back to your place. And then the Timberwolves and Wolves. I mean, that's been the best game 1 so far. Came down to the final shot. Where the Spurs had a chance to win it with a 3, did not happen. Timberwolves have taken that lead, but I mean, especially you look at a game where more maybe even must win than the 76ers will be the Spurs tonight because they're playing on their home court, and if they fall down 2-0 in this series going back to Minnesota, that could be quite troublesome. Again, all along going to be paying attention to, as we were doing with Embiid, making sure Ian Edwards is healthy because he's had to sit out some of these playoff games too. The Timberwolves, obviously not quite the threat that they are with Edwards on the court, but have been pretty good even without him. So you can see that happen again with some of the role players stepping up. The Julius Randles, the Jaden McDaniels, Terrence Shannon, certainly Naz Reid, but it's just a beat up Timberwolves team. If they can continue winning through these injuries, they might be a team of destiny.
Yeah, they might, Bock. All right, Bock, 33 years ago today, Shaquille O'Neal kicked off his Hall of Fame career by winning the Rookie of the Year. 23.4 points a game. It disappeared on me. 13.9 rebounds a game, 3.5 blocks a game, and he shot 56.2 from field goal percentage.
Yeah, not too bad. Of course, starting off that career there with Orlando, and that team was 500. I don't think they made the playoffs that year, but obviously, they had the number one pick, and things would be around the corner. Obviously, would get things going there with Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott, and of course, by the time they got Penny Hardaway. But yeah, for that year, Shaq was there. Steve Kerr even was on that team. So I don't think a lot of people remember Steve Kerr for his Orlando days, but that indeed was the case.
All right, Bob, when we talk about basketball, the first round was the most viewed in 33 years, averaging $4 million viewers per game. And the 76ers Celtics Game 7 was the most watched first round game ever, averaging 11 million viewers.
Wow. Well, yeah, again, it's been years.
So basketball is back.
It might be. And I like a lot of these games playing on three-letter networks certainly help. I just, for years and years, that's kind of been the talk is basketball ratings are down, this or that. So they were due for a rise, and here it is, and not necessarily connected to a LeBron James or a young upstart like that. From back then, obviously he's not young anymore, but, kind of a new, hey, this is the face of the NBA kind of taking over. So, good on the NBA. And I think more than anything, good on the NBA contracts as they can be a bit frustrating to jump around and see what channel the games are on this evening, or from evening to evening, I should say. But yeah, tonight ESPN, you've of course had NBC, we've had Amazon on there. So yeah, good on the NBA.
All right, Bock, let's go to break. When we come back, we'll close out. And Bill and Bennett, I will show you my fishing pole when we come back. We figured it out, and it's a nice pole. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock the Blackshirt, closing it out next.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Love local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits, or looking for a great non-alcoholic option? Then raise a glass at SIP Nebraska's 13th Anniversary Spring Festival, May 8th and 9th at Mahoney State Park. There's truly something for everyone with unlimited tastings, live music, great food, and unique experiences like skydiving demos, buzzed bingo, goat yoga, and fun lawn games. Plus, explore local artisans and take your favorites home. Make a weekend of it. Lodging is available right at the park. Grab your ticket package now at sipnebraska.com.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, captioned telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans, begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $197 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008753, $199 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, $10,250 due at signing, no security deposit required, tax, title, and license fees extra, residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 4/30/26.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating
and electrical.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability that every child deserves, where they're protected and where they feel safe. You make this possible. Today, more than ever, we need your support to be here for kids who have nowhere else to call home. Now through May 28th, make a big impact through Give to Lincoln. Give to Cedars now at givetolincoln.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock The Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Bock, time to show my new rod.
There it is.
It doesn't look like a rod from the get-go, Bock, but you know what? I can make it look like one. So it goes all the way up, Bock, like this. You have to pull some things out of it. But It's a great little rod, Bob.
Getting all ready for fishing. You're gonna catch some fish on that
ready.
summer.
I am getting ready. I will not be bothered on the weekend, and I don't want to see anybody. But what did I say it was, Bob? Sojay Ling.
Yeah, Sojay Ling.
Sojay Ling. So I don't know if it's made in China or what, but I'm going to try it out. It's nice. I like it.
And you have to give credit to
Austin.
Austin for helping you figure it out.
Austin helped me figure it out. He took the top off of it and it slid out, and then you just position it. Still got a little kinks I have to figure out of how to get I have to string it and everything, Box. So that's going to be the hard part. I still have to put the string it together. But probably this weekend, I'm looking at my first fishing trip of the year since I didn't go last year at all.
That's right. And that's got some good distance on. I know you like to stand by the edge, the banks, and you should be able to get out there a little bit with that one.
Yeah, I'm happy, Bach. I have to call you one day, Bach, see if you want to go fishing.
Yeah, I'll try fishing.
I got a couple of more poles at home, but Bach, I like this. It comes with a little case and everything, so it breaks down to a little smally thing right here, and then next thing you know, it's just I'm ready to go fishing, Bach.
Yeah. I know you've been looking forward to that, so I'm glad you got the rod and ready to roll. I'll see if I can get out, get some fishing done. Like I said, I like catching. I like catching the fish. A lot of people enjoy the process of fishing, just a relaxing. Of course, who doesn't like a relaxing to be out there in nature and thus? But for me, I like specifically catching the fish. So we got to find a good spot at least, so I'll have some fun catching.
Yeah, I got to take you. I have to stop one day and get you a buddy pass, and we can go together and we can take the little guy with us or something.
Yeah.
See if he you got to get him. You got to get him started early, Bob, because if you never don't take him fishing early, they probably never would like it.
Well, I'm a little bit worried. I did take him fishing once.
Yeah.
Around some other kids, and
he showed out on you.
Well, the first thing that happened was one of the hooks got put pretty close to his eye while somebody was going back on the release or whatever. So I thought, this is the first time I take him fishing. Of course, this happens now. Luckily, it didn't quite catch or anything like that, but I was quite worried. So maybe I'll just have him wear some sunglasses.
Some sunglasses.
Yeah.
Right. We'll give him a pair of goggles.
Yeah.
A pair of goggles. Looking forward to going fishing this weekend and everything else. Chest waters. Keep the shore and boats away. What is that? Chest water?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about like a reflection thing?
Well, I think he's just saying you being over by I don't know exactly what that means. But being over, I think by not being on a boat, you're not creating any waves or anything like that. So I think he appreciates
What's the Doe saying right there? I know that was somebody we had. He changed his name. Zepco 33, best reel ever made. I have to check that out.
Yeah.
I have to check that out. Anything else, Bob, before we get out of here?
If I could look that up too. Well, I thought there was a couple interesting things in college football that have been said. Maybe not to do entire stories or segments on, but we can filter them in here. Mark Cuban revealed that he was the one that put up the money to go get Fernando Mendoza. He said that he was watching the Notre Dame game, the playoff game, of course, 2 years ago now, and up there with the athletic director, and they that's when he first kind of heard about Fernando Mendoza. Had a little bit of a connection to his brother, but and immediately when the name came up, he knew what they were talking about. But yeah, you wondered how Indiana was able to go out there and get it done. Mendoza certainly wasn't the top name in the transfer portals, but he did command some money. So for Indiana, you got to give Mark Cuban, as we all thought might be the case, the major donor for Indiana getting Mendoza. That would make some sense.
All right, Bob, I wanted to come tell you this. I wanted to talk about this because this was the top 25 home game attendance. Now, Nebraska wants to go smaller, but these schools are bigger. Michigan, 110. Penn State, 107. Texas A&M, 106. Ohio State, 104. Texas, 102. Tennessee, 101. LSU, 101. Alabama, 100,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams, Bob.
8 teams over 100, huh?
Over 100,000.
Yeah, and of course, some of those with more, more population in their states, and so maybe they're able to pull that off. It's always obviously incredible that Memorial Stadium. I'm sure everybody heard this ad nauseum, the third biggest city in Nebraska when they fill it up. But yeah, I'm gonna be. I always kind of like the idea for more, but a lot of people that go in, and obviously with the renovation now, feel like packing more people in that building is not the answer.
I like it packed, Bob.
I do too.
I like it packed. I like it packed because that's just the way college football is.
Yeah.
They're college kids. They can stand all day.
That's right.
We got the older people. That's why we got the seats for them. You got the booths up there for the rich people. Let the poor people decide how we want to sit.
It is.
We don't tell them how to sit up there in the booth, Bob, because we can't afford to sit up there in the high part.
Yeah.
Let the low people down there have it how we want.
Well, and again, you look at NFL stadiums; they're not as big as these college football stadiums, these super stadiums that you're kind of talking about, and a lot of that has to do with comfort, right? The NFL stadiums will put comfort, place that is more important than total amount of people that you can get in. But college football has kind of done it a little bit different. Now we're seeing some schools like Nebraska prioritize comfort a little bit more.
How many of these teams that I read off had draft picks? High draft picks?
I think all of them.
Because you know why? They got a big crowd. 100,000 plus. We just gonna sit at 80,000. It's okay, Bob. I still like it though. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Yeah.
93.7 The Ticket. Bock the Blackshirt. We'll see you tomorrow. Up next, Austin Orman and Nick Sainer. Fill it in for Jay Foreman with Old School. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $197 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008753. $199 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. $10,250 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 4/30/26.
At Cedars, we're here to make sure that kids have the safety and stability